There. New Year's Eve is, of course, traditionally a big night out, but this year it seems more of us are planning a big night in. Surveys found that 3/4 of us will celebrate at home.
So are money worries to blame, or has staying in simply become more fashionable? We asked these shoppers where they'd be at midnight tonight.
We're going to stay with family, and it'll probably be a nice quiet night in, probably a takeaway, and no doubt bed before midnight.
We're going to go to a friend of mine's got restaurants, so he's going to look after us, and we're going to go for a bit of food, a bit of champagne and plenty of beer.
I'm going to be staying up with Dad really late, watching the countdown on the TV.
I think I'm going to stay at home, really, and watch a movie. My mum,
play a bit of Xbox,
brothers.
yeah, bring in the new year like that.
I'm going to have a house party at my house with a load of friends coming round, so that should be good.
At the end of the day, everything's so expensive at the moment. No one can afford to go out, and especially New Year's Eve when they triple the prices.
Well, is that true? To discuss whether it's better to stay in tonight or go out, we've been joined by Liz Taylor, who's a party planner, and Sean Cox from Harvey Nichols Restaurants. Liz, if I can ask you first of all, lots of people seem to want to stay in tonight. Is this a move that you've noticed in your planning business?
I think so. I mean, TLC aren't organising a New Year's Eve party this year, which is unusual. It varies. Anthony Cotton's just come out of the jungle, so he's invited me to his house for dinner, so I'm terribly excited. It's nice. I like entertaining at home, and I would encourage people to entertain at home because you haven't got the hassle of taxes, you haven't got the hassle of it's overrated, and you can enjoy yourself, entertain, get a huge takeout, ambient lighting. What better?
Well, we heard, Sean, from quite a few people expressing that kind of thought process. Money's a bit tight, stay at home, maybe we get ripped off. But that's not everyone's experience, isn't it? And for some people, they like to spend quite a bit of money if they know they're going to get something special.
I think if it's the one time of the year that you really should go out and splash out on a little bit of glamour, a little bit of sparkle and have a wonderful time. It's a pagan thing to do in the middle of the dark winter. Christmas is all about family, it's hard work, you're cooking. New Year's Eve is about going out and having a great time and celebrating without the effort of having to prepare, cook, clear up. You go out, you sparkle, you go home.
But Liz, you can actually make staying in quite special, can't you? You can
Very
dress
special.
up.
Very special, absolutely. You go to the market, you buy loads of flowers, you fill your house, you get lots of candles, create the ambience. You've got the iPod now, which is the greatest invention, so we can all sort of bop to ABBA, you know, it's a generation thing. And the stores do wonderful canapé. It's easy. Or you get a big takeout. But people are very mindful of the cost, and it has been a difficult year. And I just think that it's more sensible. Spend your £50 or £75 a head, 10 of you together, for £750, you can have a brilliant night.
Well, again, Sean, I'll put this one to you because there is a perception out there that of all the nights to go out, New Year's Eve in some ways is the one to avoid because prices go up. And it's maybe harder to get a table. You can't get home afterwards because there's a problem with the cabs. I mean, that is a perception that's out there, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
To what extent is that true?
Well, it depends where you are, I suppose. If you're lucky enough to live in London, then the transport's running all night and it's free from 11:30 till 4:30 in the morning.
And you pay a lot of money for a cab home.
You can pay a lot of money for a cab home if you're coming into London and you're going 45 miles out. But we get a lot of people actually who decide to make a real celebration of it and stay over. Stay in a hotel over for the evening, come out for the night, stay in the hotel that they can walk back to and really enjoy it. We are all being very careful about looking after money, I think, during the rest of the year. So why not tonight break out of it and just
I'm curious,
stop tightening those belts?
Yeah, well, people will make that decision. I'm curious as well about what part age has to do with this because I don't know, speaking from personal experience,
I'm pleading the fifth on this one.
As one gets older, in a general sense, do you think it's the case people kind of think, oh, do you know what, I can't be bothered with the hassle of, especially on New Year's Eve, you just think, well, why not be at home? Or is that a sweeping generalisation?
I think it's sweeping. I don't think it's an age thing. I think that I've got two daughters in their 20s and they're happy to stay in because who wants the hassle? You can't get transport. You can't. It's difficult. Everywhere's expensive. People are charging money to go into places and then you've got to buy the drinks on top of that. So people like to entertain at home. So I'm saying it's not an age thing. from where I'm sitting.
OK, I want some party tips now. If I was going to stay in tonight and have a little party in my house, what special cocktail or drink would I offer my guests as they came in? What would you suggest?
Well, there's two. There's the Basil Grande, which you'll have to look up on the internet to get the ingredients for, but that is the best cocktail.
Is that the cocktail of the year?
I think so.
Okay.
And the mojito. And I'm a pink champagne girl, and you can get some great deals at the supermarkets. You don't have to get, you get branded, some of the supermarkets do their own branded pink champagne, which is superb, and a few glasses of that and everyone's well away.
I had cheesy footballs this Christmas for the first time in about 40 years. I
Very
think they still make them.
retro.
Very retro. Is that retro?
Retro.
That's an age thing.
Just slip up there. Thank you both very much. Are you both? You're in, but you're out tonight.
I'm absolutely partying at Prism in the city. I shall be there.
Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. That brings us pretty much to the end of breakfast. We will leave you with a last look at the weather this